Good evening, class. In our final persuasive speech of this semester, I'll be talking about organ donation, what organ donation is, why it is important to me, CORE, what CORE is, the different types of donation, and how to become a donor. So organ donation is when one legally allows for their organs and tissues to be removed to help enhance the lives of others. Either they themselves give the allowance or the next of kin. Normally we are asked about organ donation when we turn 16 and get our driver's license for the first time. Don't normally think about it as a 16-year-old, unless you've had a family experience or perhaps have family that's in the medical field or, have personally been through it. For me, a couple of those reasons apply. It became important to me when I was 5 years old. My cousin was killed in a car accident. She was hit on the driver's side door and was later pronounced brain dead at the hospital, and my aunt and uncle had to make a decision. They decided yes, and my cousin ended up donating her heart, one of her lungs, both of her kidneys, part of her colon, both of her corneas, and parts of her skin. My family is now very close friends with the gentleman who received my cousin's heart, and we just had the 24th anniversary of his transplant. And he was happy to announce that his heart is still doing very strong. So that's one of the reasons why it is important to me. Organ donation is also important to me because I'm a nurse. In my career, I see patients who need transplants, who are fighting for their lives. And I also have patients who have passed whose family or themselves wanted them to be an organ donor and have gone on to help others. It's really a cycle of life, and it's really neat to be there firsthand on experience. So what is CORE? Some of you may have heard of CORE. CORE is our local organ procurement organization. They are based right here out of Pittsburgh. They cover Western PA, a small portion of New York, and a small portion of West Virginia. There are 58 organ procurement organizations in the U.S. They are the ones who approach families post-death. They make referrals. They educate the families, and they are there for aftercare for families of after passing of a loved one. So normally organ donation happens when the most common is brain death. And the patient will have to go through multiple testing to make sure that they are brain dead. That is often a myth that, if doctors know that a person is willing to be an organ donor, that they'll let the person die. Not true. As being a professional in the medical field, we do everything we can to help save lives. Once everything is done to help save a person, we call CORE. CORE then decides whether this person can be a donor or not, and they proceed. So clear myth up number one. An individual can donate their heart, kidneys, pancreas, lungs, liver, intestines, bones, skin, cornea, literally more than you think can be used. You can enhance up to 8 people's lives by using organs, and even more than that by using skin, corneas, joints, such forth. So CORE works hands-on with hospitals, and they help families through this transition. Now, you can be a living donor. I actually just had a close friend of mine be a living donor. A lady she had worked with had become sick and needed a liver transplant. She was able to donate part of her liver. She was a match. They literally take about 60% of your liver and transplant it into the one in need, because your liver is your only organ that will reproduce itself. The only other type of organ that counts as a living organ donor is your kidneys. We are born with 2. We only need 1 to function. So living donors can include livers, and kidneys. The rest are all post-death donations. How do you become a donor? Like I mentioned before, you become a donor simply whenever you register for your driver's license, and they'll ask, do you want to be an organ donor? Yes or no? Like I said before, a lot of people don't come across this question often in life. However, I was faced with it at a very young age. I have been an organ donor since I was 16. Anytime you renew your license, you become an organ donor. So, or if you are not an organ donor and something would happen to you, they would confront your next in kin, whether it be your parents, your spouse, your child, etc. And they would make that decision for you. So organ donation is a huge, huge, huge decision. It is very admirable. You know, like I said, you can help enhance the lives of many others. And it's totally a myth. If they know you're an organ donor, they're not going to save your life. I hope that I have maybe cleared some things up for you, showed you the importance of organ donation, and hope that if you're not already an organ donator, maybe you can go ahead and register as one. Give the gift of life. Hope. Thanks, guys.